right. Hi, welcome to Incredible Illustrators. My name is Sheila and I'm coming to you from North Branch in Silverthorne. This is our first time doing the program virtually. We used to do it here once a month for school-age kids, and what we do during Incredible Illustrators is I share a book with kids, and then we really look at the book and how the illustrations were made, and then we make a project that uses either the art style or art materials. So today my book is called Maybe Something Beautiful, How Art Transformed a Neighborhood. This book was written, two people worked together as authors, Isabel Campoy and Theresa Houghton, and the illustrations are by Rafael Lopez. So he's our hero today. We're going to be really enjoying his illustrations. And this book was published by Houghton, Miflin, and Harcourt. So let's find out, how did art transform a neighborhood? In the heart of a gray city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she saw a blank piece of paper, Mira thought to herself, maybe, look at, she's even showing the bird the portrait she made. And because of this, her room was filled with color and her heart was filled with joy. So you notice how the artist contrasted all these browns and grays with her beautiful, colorful room. On her way to school one day, Mira gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of the shop down the street. She gave a flower to Ms. Lopez, the lady with the sparkling eyes. But see, it was a drawing, not a real flower or a real apple. She gave a songbird to Mr. Sachs and a red heart to the policeman who walked up and down the streets. On her way home, Mira taped a glowing sun onto the wall, hiding in the shadows. Her city was less gray, but not much. The next day, Mira saw a man with a pocket full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall. He looked at her son. He held his fingers up in a square and peered through them. He said thoughtfully. What do you see? Mira asked. Maybe something beautiful, the man replied. Uh-oh, our book changed directions. And just like that, he dipped a brush in the paint. Bam! Wow! The shadows scurried away. Sky blue cut through the gloom. The man's laughter was like a rainbow spreading across the sky. And it looks like he's adding some color to that laughter rainbow. Who are you? Mira asked. I'm an artist, a muralist. I paint on walls. I'm an artist too, she told him. He handed Mira a brush. Then come on. Look, I love how his flowers are so many different colors, not necessarily the colors that flowers are in real life. And as the man drew pictures on the bricks, Mira added color, punch, and pizzazz. Soon her friend Mr. Sachs joined in. Then others came, and everyone painted to the rhythm. So it sounds like maybe they turned some music on. It says salsa, merengue, bebop. Those are all music and dance styles. Even Mira's mama painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood became a giant block party. until the policeman walked up. "Excuse me," he said. The music stopped. Mira put her brush down. They were surely in trouble. The officer cleared his throat and then paused. "May I paint with you?" he asked. So Mira handed him a paintbrush, and the music started again. Teachers and papas jumped in, babies too. Mira and the man handed out brush after brush. Color spread throughout the streets, and so did joy. Oops, back to twisting the book. Wherever Mira and the man went, art followed like the string of a kite. After they painted the walls, they painted utility boxes and benches. They decorated sidewalks with poetry and shine, and everyone danced. Together, they created something more beautiful than they had ever imagined. Speaking of decorating with poetry, I don't know if you've ever walked downtown Frisco, Colorado, but they have some quotes and verses of poetry on their sidewalks. When their clothes were splattered with a million colors, everyone sat down to rest, except the muralist. His eyes sparkled. "You, my friends, are all artists," he told them. "The world is your canvas." He smiled wide and then pulled everything together in big sweeping motions. His paintbrush was like a magic wand. And when he was finished, Mira added one more bird way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, just maybe. Now, you might think that that story was just a pretend story, just something that was made up, but in fact, this actually happened in part of San Diego, California. At one time, the colorful East Village did not have any murals on the wall, but one day a husband and wife team, he an artist, she a graphic designer, they moved in and transformed their neighborhood into a place of beauty. So Rafael and Candace Lopez. Remember, our book was illustrated by Rafael Lopez. He is the one who painted all these murals in bright, bright colors. And look, even kids got a chance to help, and moms, and lots of, oh, I love this. This little girl's on her dad's shoulders to help paint. So, I wonder if you know that there are murals all over Colorado. I was very surprised and very excited to find this book. It's called The Murals of Colorado, Walls That Speak. And it shows, now this book, as you can see, is kind of thick. And it has lots and lots and lots of murals. So I'm not going to show them all to you because we'd be here a very long time. But I'm just going to show you a couple to give you some ideas. So, some of the murals tell stories. Like this is a mural in Grand Junction. It was painted back in 1940. And look, I don't know if you can see, but those are all peaches. And there are lots of peaches that grow on the western slope of Colorado. So this is kind of telling a story and also honoring what happens in their town. And then here is another mural. This one was painted in 1939 and it shows antelope. This is on the post office in Florence, Colorado. I think that's beautiful. And, all right, here is a more recent one. Look how colorful. And this one is in Greeley, and it's on their public safety building. All right, so some of these are outside and some of these are inside, but this is one that's outside. And it looks like it's celebrating all the citizens of Greeley. And there's one more I want to show you, because those other ones I showed you had pretty realistic colors, but this one in Glenwood Springs, it's on the Chadwick building. You can tell that there's the Colorado River and the cliffs, but the colors are, the artist used her imagination on those colors and made them a little deeper and a little brighter than they really are. So now, if we were here at the library and all together, we would spend some time letting you draw, but I'm going to ask you to do your work at home, and I want you to try to find a big piece of paper. And if you want to, call the library that's closest to you, and they can give you a nice big piece of paper like this, because usually we do art on paper that's about this size. But when you're painting a mural, you're covering a whole wall, so you've got to draw big. So, and I want you to notice also that on this book they call this Murals, Walls That Speak. So I want you to think about, what would you like your mural to talk about or to share? Do you want people to use their imagination and see dragons and unicorns? Or do you want to tell a story? Do you want to celebrate something about around where we live? So I did a drawing of mountains and Lake Dillon and wildflowers. And I just used crayons, but if I had the time and I had some paints that made the colors a little brighter, I think I would really like that. And your drawing doesn't have to be perfect. You see, I made that sun really, really, really big because I'm really, really ready for summer. So when you do your drawings, if you would like to share them with me and with other people, you can have your mom or your dad take a photo with their phone and send it to the Summit County Library website, or email rather, so sclnorthbranch@gmail.com. And next week then we'll put some of those pictures on Facebook and see what would you like to put on a wall if you had the freedom to be an artist. And I also found one other book I want to tell you about. So if you enjoyed hearing and learning about murals, here's a pretend book, right? Because I personally have never met any pigs that draw that well, but this is called The JellyBeans and the Big Art Adventure. It's written by Laura Numeroff and Nate Evans and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. So it's another fun book about using art to make the world beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and have fun making your big picture, and please send us a picture of your drawing. Happy drawing.